The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now, to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Chisago Lakes High School for tonight's Mississippi 8 conference matchup between the Wildcats and the North Branch Vikings. I'm going to get right back to you. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to have a word with one of the head coaches.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday, 11 to 11, and Sunday, 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Wednesday the 23rd in Sandstone. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today, 320-679-1822.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP in the Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the pitch brought to you by Here's the Pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor training facility. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman here at Chisago Lakes High School, getting ready for this Mississippi 8 conference matchup between the Wildcats and the North Branch Vikings. We're going to go ahead and do our A&W hometown handoff, as I am going to kick it over to Adam Hefty over at Hinckley Finlayson. Adam Hefty, can you hear me, my friend?
I can. Can you hear me over there? Where are you?
I am in Lindstrom at Chisago Lakes High School, sir. I can hear you as well. It's a great night for volleyball, Adam. It's the final night of the regular season. We've got a few tournaments that are happening tomorrow, which is just strange to me, but it is the final night of the regular season. Just give your quick, synopsis, if you will, of this regular season.
It's been wild. We haven't had many, of those top-tier teams. We've had a couple, but we've had a lot of teams there in the middle, in the meat of our area, if you will. A lot of teams that can play spoilers coming into playoff season. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. It's kind of like the baseball season that we just seen. There was a couple top-tier teams, but everyone was kind of right in the middle, and it was like, oh boy, those middle teams are going to be tough to beat, and I expect that as we go to playoffs next week, Adam. I don't know about you, but I feel like we just started our preseason interviews just last week, and now we're already talking about week 8. Can you believe it's already here?
I can't. If you think about it, just with the way we feel about it, it does not seem like it's been that long. But you step outside, and you certainly can tell as the leaves are turning colors, and it is starting to feel like football and volleyball weather.
Yeah, it really is. And, we talked about it on the morning show this morning about how it was kind of cloudy, and it was just kind of nice to have one of those stereotypical cloudy fall days in Minnesota, and it was nice. Even though it wasn't even that warm, but it didn't feel super cold, which was also really nice. But let's talk about the matchups here tonight that we both have got going on. You're over in Hinckley. Talk about that matchup a little bit.
I think both these teams are trying to finish their regular seasons well, Hinckley Finlayson has an opportunity to jump Duluth Marshall with this match if they're able to get the victory to get into the 6th spot. That would allow them to play the 3rd seed instead of the 2nd seed there in the first round. And there's a big difference between Rush City, who's the 2nd seeded, and Moose Lake Willow River at 58, or Mora just right behind them at 59. So huge difference. Pine City's pretty well stuck there in that 5th spot, so they will have a road volleyball match for their first playoff game. But, going into the playoffs with momentum, with that kind of confidence would be big for the Dragons as well. How about there in Chisago Lakes?
Yeah, this is another conference matchup here, Mississippi 8 Conference. This is a very tough conference, a fun one as well this year. Both these teams are right towards the top in their sections. Chisago Lakes is right in 3rd, but we got to get in touch with QRF because they still have them losing to Cambridge Isani. And if they change that, they're in the 2nd seed by a large margin, Adam. So there's a mistake going on the MinnesotaScores.net because of that game. And if they get that change, Chisago Lakes is heavily in that 2nd spot in their section. Meanwhile, for North Branch, they're in the 3rd spot. Their schedule is correct. They're right behind Grand Rapids, and a win tonight would go a long ways in helping them get into that 2nd spot. So we've got 2 teams who are fighting to get, 4 teams really, fighting to get better spots in their playoffs, and I'm really excited to see how these are seeded. Now, obviously, Adam, you and I have a busy couple days, even leading into next week on seeding. Well, we don't seed them, but waiting for these teams to get seeded and figuring out where and who and what time they're going to be playing. It's going to be some hurry up and wait type of days for us in the upcoming 24 or 48 hours.
Oh, I forgot. We took on that challenge of seeding from the MSHSL. Do we have time?
We'll seed everybody, all 500 schools that are in Minnesota. We've got this, between the morning shows, our interviews, and everything else that we're doing, during the day. We've got plenty of time. So, no, of course, we're kidding. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out because how many times each year have we been surprised with seedings and we're like, whoa, we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and it really plays a big part in matchups because in volleyball and football, it's not so much who's on the other side, but it's the matchups that you're playing against. So it'll be fun to see which teams match up with which.
No doubt. Well, Adam, thanks so much for joining me for the A&W Hometown Handoff. I know we'll update each other throughout the match, but for now, I'm going to wish you best of luck on your game call tonight, and we'll talk later.
All right, have fun in Chisago Lakes.
Thank you so much. And that is a look at your A&W Hometown Handoff. Your Hometown Handoff brought to you by A&W in Pine City. Craving a classic? You can stop in for a frosty mug of their famous root beer or a root beer float. Pair it with a juicy cheeseburger or their savory mushroom and Swiss along with their mouth-watering cheese curds that are waiting for you. A&W is rooting for all the athletes playing tonight, and they wish both teams, all the teams actually, good luck. So with that, we're going to look at some of our playoffs and how they're going to play out, if you will. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to take another commercial break here on the Here's the Pitch pregame show. After that commercial break, we'll be back to talk about both these teams, their seasons, and what they need to do to get that better seeding. So we'll take commercial break, be back here on 100.9 FM WCMP.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another man's treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another man's treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Back here on the Here's the Pitch pregame show, of course brought to you by Here's the Pitch in North Branch. They have training facilities, batting cages, and even live instruction. Get your team trained at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Well, as we take a look at both of these teams and how they'll stack up going into the playoffs for North Branch, again, they're 16-11, 4-3 in Section 7 3A, right there stuck in that third spot. They really can't go any lower. And unfortunately, they really can't go any higher because Grand Rapids is 6-1 in the section and 18-10 overall. So there's really right now no way for North Branch to jump Grand Rapids unless North Branch wins tonight. And that would certainly go a long ways in getting them the help they need to overcome Grand Rapids. Now, Grand Rapids plays Hibbing tonight, so I don't foreshadow them losing that game, but you never know. So North Branch needs a little bit of help tonight. If they can win, and if Grand Rapids can lose to Hibbing, that would for sure put them as the number 2 seed. But if things stay the way they are, it would be North Branch as the number 3 seed. As we take a look at the Section 7 3A playoffs, the number 3 seed would more likely get a home playoff game against the number 6 seed. The number 6 seed is Rockridge, so they would play Rockridge in the first round of the playoffs, would North Branch. But that, again, is if they don't jump into second. If that were to be the case, they would then play the number 7 seed, which is Hibbing. So we'll have to wait and see what all happens with that. But, again, for North Branch, here looking to be the number 3 seed this season. And taking a look at their conference record, 6-1. Not a bad conference record whatsoever. Now, they did play Rockridge in a tournament that they hosted 2-0. That was the only time they played Rockridge this year. So they've only seen them once, and if they were to see them again, I would say that North Branch has got a pretty good chance of getting the victory there in that one. For Chisago Lakes, they are third now they are 16-7. Don't let the MinnesotaScores.net record fool you. They are 16-7 and 3-2 in section play. That loss that they have on there against Cambridge Isani is not correct. They beat Cambridge Isani 3-2. For some reason, the score on here has them losing 3-2. They, in fact, beat Cambridge Isani 3-2. So that is changed there, looks like now on the Minnesota Scores. So it looks like it is changed. Interesting. I don't know how Chisago Lakes can still be in second if they won that game. Interesting. Might have to go back and check this. Either way, Chisago Lakes is on a nice run here, winning 4 games in a row, beating St. Anthony Village, Zimmerman, Totino Grace, and Big Lake. Now, maybe you're saying, well, maybe that's not that good opponents. I assure you it is. All of them except for St. Anthony Village are at or over 80 points in the QRF. And North Branch, 126. So you talk about a big boost for a team going into playoff seedings. If Chisago Lakes were to get a win here tonight, oh my goodness, it would probably be enough to push them over the top for that number 2 seed over, Hill Murray, I believe? Yeah, Hill Murray. So a big win would be needed here tonight for Chisago Lakes. Now, have they played North Branch during the regular season yet? No. Believe it or not, this is their first matchup of the regular season. And what a game to have your first matchup against a Mississippi 8 Conference rival than the last game of the regular season. And not only that, both teams with a win would more than likely get enough juice to jump into the number 2 seed in their respective sections. So a lot is on the line here tonight as we take a look at Section 4 3A playoffs for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. There is no seeding right now, but it looks like it would be, again, 1 through 4 would get a home playoff game. And if that were the case, Chisago Lakes would, and they would play the number 6 seed, which would be St. Anthony Village, a team who they have beat already. Now, this section is pretty top-heavy. You've got Chisago Lakes, Hill Murray, Matamidi. Those are the top, and they're not changing. Then you got St. Paul, Harding, and Como Park that are right around, hovering around that 500 mark. Then after that, it is, I don't want to say they're bad, but they're just not having the season they would like to for those last 3 teams. So Chisago Lakes would definitely get a home playoff game to start the playoffs. And then I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it is high seed after that. So they begin playoffs next Wednesday. They would get a home playoff game. If they were to win that, which we expect them to, then they would play again next Friday, and they would more than likely play at the high seed, which if they're the 3, they would play at the 2, which is Hill Murray. If they're the 2, they would host Hill Murray. So there's a lot that goes into tonight's game for both of these squads. A chance to have 2 home playoff games instead of just 1. Now again, Chisago Lakes beat Hill Murray earlier this year 3-0. So why they're still below them in the section standings beats me. But we'll look to see if North Branch can't get a win here this evening or Chisago Lakes, because whoever does is more than likely the number 2 seed in their section. That is going to do it for our Here's the Pitch pregame on 100.9 FM WCMP. We're going to take a moment to hear word from our fine sponsors. Then after that, we'll have our national anthem played, our starting lineups announced, and then we'll be back and ready for First Serve here on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us. Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey, guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
Getting to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn and Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand. And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks, boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Oh, okay.
I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
Cattle River River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit kettleriverpizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP. Our airwaves are full this evening. We've got 100.9 FM with this game. Over on 106.5 FM, it's Hinckley Finlayson hosting Pine City with Adam Hefty calling that one. Then over on 95.5 FM KBEK, we got Chris Gable calling the game between the Cambridge Sandy Blue Jackets and the St. Francis Saints. And then on our YouTube at Q Media Sports 2 YouTube channel on YouTube, it is the Ogilvie Lions hosting the Bram Bombers. So we've got a lot of volleyball action going on tonight. Again, most of our schools, this will be the last game of the regular season. I believe it is Mille Lacs. I think the Raiders have a tournament that they will be a part of here on Thursday, I think it is. So that is happening for them. Again, I've always found it weird that you can play a tournament after that. But, hey, if you don't have the games that you needed to play, well, then that's how it goes. Tonight, of course, is the annual Kills for Cancer night here between the Wildcats and the Vikings. This is their annual game that they do. And, of course, proceeds go to a foundation that they have picked for cancer research. So trying to help out with that and for good cards. For good cards? Good cause. Good grief. Starters tonight for the North Branch Vikings, it will be number 4, a junior, Sophia Thorson. Then a senior, number 12, Jade Knospel. A sophomore, or junior rather, number 15, Jenna Minke. Then a freshman, number 19, Savannah Schrofer. A sophomore, number 20, Amelia Lattimore. And a senior, number 24, Heidi Hedberg. Their libero will be number 11, Brooke Geezy. On the other side for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, it'll be number 1, Olivia Anderson, being the libero. Then number 11, Kate Friedner. Number 12, Kayla Larson. Number 13, Mariah Cave. Number 17, Kiana Osmondson. Number 27, Eliana Taylor. And number 29, Linnea Carlson. Those are your starters here tonight for both of these squads as we get ready for first serve. Appreciate Coach Lyncham for coming over and giving me the starting lineups here before the game. If you listened pregame and heard me say, hey, I got to go, I'm going to talk to a coach real quick, that's who I was talking to. I appreciate her for coming over and giving me the starting lineup. She's always been so kind to come over and make sure that I have everything that I need set, especially pronunciations and numbers and everything like that. So I appreciate her for coming over and doing that. As you may have heard, it is pink out night tonight for the Wildcats and Vikings. Their annual game. We've got a full crowd here this evening. It is packed full tonight. I mean, packed to the brim. But what a great atmosphere for both of these squads. Can't ask for much better if you're either one of these teams. So the referees will get into place, and we will await the liberos to sub on in. Again, Brooke Geezy, the libero for North Branch. High five from Mike Selbichka there over there, their head coach. She will come in for Jenna Minke. No, I apologize. She'll come in for Sophia Thorson. And the libero for Chisago Lakes, Olivia Anderson, awaiting her turn to check on in. She will check in for 27, Eliana Taylor. There we go. Both teams are out on the court with their starters. They are ready and set to get going. Can't tell who's going to be serving first. Looks like possibly Chisago. Yeah, looks like Chisago Lakes will be. So the Wildcats will serve first. And the serve is over, dug up over there by the Vikings, and that is in a kill. Did not see who got that one. I think it might have actually been Savannah Schrofer. Back to serve is Jocelyn Meyer. Here's the serve from Meyer. It's over and dug up by Anderson. Now on that far side, Friedner looks for the kill, blocked at the net, and Osmondson could not keep that one in play as her dig pushes it back out of bounds. It's 2-0 North Branch early. That's the Mayor with the serve. To the back line, Friedner. Osmondson off the net, and then Friedner will tap it over. A low dig there for North Branch. They get it over, and then hitting it across that time is Linnea Carlson, and Carlson will get the kill. And it's 2-1. Kate Friedner will be back to serve for Chisago Lakes. Friedner with the serve. It is over, dug up there by Hedberg. Now to the front of the line, and through the block, a kill for Amelia Lattimore. 3-1 now, and Amelia Lattimore will go back to serve. Excuse me, that was Heidi Hedberg who's back to serve now. Hedberg's serve is over. Dug up by Anderson, now to Osmondson, and looking for the kill. Cave off the block, though. Carlson is there, and now looking for it is, that's Larson. Now this dug up. North Branch, they just fell behind the 8 ball that time. Diving attempts by libero Giese, but just got a little too far behind. And now back to serve will be Olivia Anderson. And the serve is over. Dug up on the back line by Giese. Now to the other side, and they hit by Savannah Schrofer, goes behind the antenna, which is out of play. You cannot do that, so it will tie us up at 3 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Here's the serve. It is over. Giese on the back line with the dig on this near side now with the set, and Schrofer looks for the kill, but there's Osmondson to Anderson, and Larson looks for the kill. No, it is just out of bounds on this near sideline, and North Branch will get the point. Back to serve now, Amelia Lattimore for the Vikings. She'll go on that far side of the court to serve. Looking for a cross-court serve. She gets it. It's dug up by Friedner. Osmondson sets on the far side. Carlson looks for the kill. Off the net, dug up by the Vikings on the far side. Looking for the kill. Through a block. Oh, and it gets to Friedner, but it's going to be a kill for Schrofer. Savannah Schrofer with the kill. 5-3 now our score. Serving again, Amelia Lattimore. Serve is just over the net, dug up by Larson, and then back across, dug up by the Vikings, and a kill there. Is that Schrofer again? It is. This freshman, I got to watch her a couple of times over at North Branch. Man, oh man. Talk about a staple for a team. She's going to be one for the next however many years. Here's the serve, and it is over. Dug up on the back line by Friedner. Osmondson has it, sets it up for Larson. Larson looks for the kill. Schrofer again with the dig, and she'll look for a kill. Dug up by Friedner on the dive. Carlson readjusts and hits it back across off a block. Dug up there by Minke. Now on the far side, they'll set it up for Savannah Schrofer again, but it hits it into the net, and that makes it 6-4. Substitution here for North Branch. I believe it's Hedberg in for Lattimore. Also in for the Wildcats is Morgan Mayer, as well as Nora Weeger. Serve is over, and it's going to be an ace for Morgan Mayer as the dig there by Giese pushed it into the net. 6-5. Here's Morgan Mayer with the serve. It is over. Giese this time with the clean dig. Minke sets on the far side. Savannah Schrofer looks for the kill, but Friedner is there towards the scorer's table, and Morgan Mayer Just a little bit of confusion there as to who was supposed to get that one. She thought it was someone else. Her teammates thought it was her, and, well, it winds up coming down. Another kill there for Savannah Schrofer. She's already got, what, 4 now? 7-5. Had a substitution here for North Branch. Didn't see who subbed in. Jenna Minke is back to serve for the Vikings. Serve is over, dug up by Anderson. And coming to get it is Mayer, and now hitting it across is Friedner. Giese sets on the far side for Schrofer, and dug up by Friedner on the back line. Set by Mayer, and hit over by Friedner. Dug up on the back line, and now pushing it over is number 12, Jake Knosmo. A diving dig keeps it over by Anderson. Another diving dig by her, and now Kayla Larson looks for the kill. But that is long on that far side corner. And it will be a North Branch point, 8-5. The Vikings with the lead. Here's the serve. It's dug up by Larson. Going after it that time is Mayer, and now Larson hits it back across. Dug up there by Hedberg. Keeping it alive, Minke, and Schrofer will look for a kill. Dug up by Anderson to the front line. Mayer sets. It's going to get over the net, and then the kill. Just a light tap down by Sophia Thorson to make it 9-5. Minke still serving for North Branch. Here's the serve. It's over. Dug up by Larson. Mayer racing after it. And now Uyghur will look for the kill. Dug up in the back line by Hedberg. Now over to Schrofer. They look for the kill from her. Dug up by Anderson, though, pushing it out of play. And Mayer tried to go after it on a dig, but couldn't quite get to it. And another kill from Schrofer. 10-5. Here's the serve, and takes something off of it, does Minke for the ace. And that'll force a timeout here by Chisago Lakes. While they take one, we'll take one as well. Be back after 30 seconds here on WCMP.
The Classic Edge HDX from Central Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating. It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local Central Boiler Sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP 100.9 FM, Cool Country. The Vikings lead the Wildcats on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 11-5. Embrace Orthodontics with 3 locations in Pine City, right here in Lindstrom, and in Cambridge. Jenna Minke still serving for the Vikings. Minke will serve. It's over and dug up by Anderson. Mayer will set, and Larson will look for the kill. Off a block, it's going to get down. And Kayla Larson gets one back here for the Wildcats, if I can say it right. 11-6. Larson will serve now for Chisago Lakes. Here it is, right down the middle. Dug up by Hedberg to Giese, and this is going to be tough for Hedberg, but she just does get it over. A diving dig there from Larson, now setting it up on this near side for Friedner, and off a block, she gets it for the kill. Kate Friedner with her first on the evening, makes it 11-7. And Kayla Larson with the serve. It's dug up by Giese. Minke sets, and Schrofer with the hit again. Olivia Anderson with the dig, but Schrofer yet another kill here this evening. 12-7. Already has 6. Speaking of, she'll go back to serve. Again, the 5'6" freshman for the Vikings. Here's the serve. It's over. Dug up by Friedner to Mayer, who sets it up for Uyghur. It's blocked at the net. Didn't quite see who got that one. I think it was, 4 and 24. So Thorson and Hedberg combined for the block and the point to make it 13-7. Here's another serve. It dug up. Friedner, that one's into the light, and it comes down. Mayer will push it back over after it into the light. And now this one's pushed across and out I think that was Thorson who just pushed it long to make it 13-8. Mariah Cave will check back in for Olivia Anderson, and now serving is Eliana Taylor. Her serve is over. Schrofer with the low dig there. And on the far side, Hedberg looks for the kill, and she gets it. That makes it 14-8 after the Hedberg kill. And back to serve is Brooke Giese. Her serve is over, dug up there by Larson. And Friedner keeps it in play, pushed back over by Uyghur. Mayer was there as well. They'll look for the kill. Amelia Lattimore's there, but is blocked at the net by both Friedner and Cave. Kept alive by the Wildcats. And now looking, Uyghur will look to hit it across. Dug up there by Knospel. That's Jade Knospel. Now Hedberg will look for the kill. Diving dig by Anderson. Friedner there, setting it up for Uyghur again. Uyghur will tap it across. And somehow the Vikings keep it alive. Dug up by Larson, setting it up for Friedner, and that is on this near side out. 15-8. What a great point there by both sides. As Brooke Giese again will serve. Here's the serve. It's up and over. Dug up by Larson on the back line. Mayer sets for Cave, and Cave with the kill. Well, anytime you can get a player to square one up like that, it's usually going to be getting down for a point, and that's what happened there for Cave. Meanwhile, Osmondson and Carlson will check in for Uyghur and Mayer. And serving is Osmondson. Her serve is up and it is over, dug up by Schrofer. Standing up for Amelia Lattimore, who taps it across. Carlson is there, though, for the dig. Osmondson sets for now Friedner, who off the net. It's dug up by Hedberg. Now push back over. Osmondson with the dig. Anderson here. And Friedner trying to line this one up off a block, but Giese gets it off the block for the dig. On the near side now they'll come back. Blocked at the net again by Friedner and Cave. Hit back over, dug up by Friedner. Kept alive Osmondson. Cave will look for the kill, and she gets it. Oh, my goodness. Can you tell that neither of these teams wants to give up a point? Holy moly. And I've got to try and preserve my voice for not only tomorrow night, but playoffs next week. They're not going to make it easy. I probably won't either. Osmondson with the serve, Giese with the set at the front of the net, and kill there, I think. Is that Lattimore with the kill? To make it 16-10. And back to serve goes Jocelyn Meyer. Meyer, a 5'3" senior. Here's the serve, dug up by Anderson. Osmondson calls for the set, and now Carlson will look for the kill, but that's going to go long. Just got too far underneath that one, and that makes it 17-10. Midway through this first set, North Branch leads 17-10 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard as Jocelyn Meyer with the serve. It's just over. Anderson, though, is there. Osmondson sets for Cave, and Cave off a block with the kill. Right, Cave showing up early here in this one. Last time I was here they played against Big Lake, and she had a really good second set for the Wildcats and kind of showed up here and there, but tonight, early on, showing up for her team. Now back to serve, Kate Friedner. And it's over. Dug up by Schrofer on the back line. Giese will set. And Hedberg looks for the kill, and it's just in, and I mean just, and Hedberg will get the kill and make it 18-11. Heidi Hedberg will serve. And Hedberg with the serve. It is up and over. It's Larson with the dig for Chisago Lakes. Cave looks for another kill, and oh my goodness, you just can't allow her to line one up like that because she is going to get a kill every single time she's going to check out, and her teammates a standing ovation for her as she comes to the sideline. 18-12. Olivia Anderson will now serve. The southpaw serve is over. Giese with the dig, setting it up for Lattimore, but dug up by Osmondson. Anderson will set, and Linnea Carlson just did not get there in time. A little bit of a mistake there from Carlson. Not quite sure what happened, though. Did she misread it? Was she not sure who was supposed to get her? Not sure, but just not in the correct spot there. Now Amelia Lattimore will serve for North Branch. It's a serve that is over and dug up on the back line by Friedner. Now Linnea Carlson has a chance for it, but it's dug up by Hedberg. On the far side looking for it was Schrofer, but it's dug up by the Wildcats, and Kayla Larson will get the kill as that one gets down. Make it 19-13. Checking in is Morgan Mayer, as well as Nora Weeger for Carlson and Osmondson. And Mayer will go back to serve. 19-13, Vikings lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Mayer with the serve. It's over, dug up by Hedberg. It wasn't a clean dig, but they got it up no less. It's hit over, dug up by Anderson. Now it's Larson looking for the kill, but Giese is there. Sends it backwards, but Minke's there, and Schrofer will look for the kill. Dug up by Friedner on the back line. Mayer diving after the set, and Larson will hit it over. Giese there once again. They'll just tap it over on the second hit, and what a great play by Jenna Minke, just realizing that, hey, Chisago Lakes isn't there. I might as well just hit it over. Looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Chisago Lakes. And while they take one, we will as well. Back after 30 seconds on WCMP.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with any coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
Back here on WCMP 100.9 FM Cool Country. Wildcats trail the Vikings on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard 20-13. Both teams working their way back out onto the court. It will be the Vikings with the serve. Jenna Minke readying back there. And here's the whistle for the okay, and the serve. It's over, dug up by Larson. Now to Mayer, who sets. It's Weeger who looks for the kill, but a diving dig made by Minke. Hit back across by Schrofer. Kept alive by Larson, and a diving attempt from Anderson, but unable to get there in time. And it gets down to make it 21-13. Minke gets the signal. And here's the serve. It's over, dug up by Larson. Mayer will have to hit this one across on the set. Dug up by Minke. Brooke Giese sets. Hedberg looking for the kill, That, I believe, actually was Knospel. And now Larson looks for the kill. Anderson with the dig. Kept alive by Weeger on the far side and pushed back over by Mayer. They'll set it up now, pushed over, and Mayer just couldn't get a clean read on it. 22-13. Could not see who got the kill. I think it might have been Thorson. 22-13. And Minke the serve. Took something off that one. It's going to be an ace to make it 23-13. And Jenna Minke with her second ace. Substitution here, Hedberg out. In comes Ava Schrofer, the 5'6" junior. Here's Minke's serve. Dug up by Larson and Mayer and pushed over by Anderson. Dug up there by Thorson, hit back over, dug up by Anderson. Mayer sets for Larson, and Minke with a diving dig. That was Giese, and hit into the net. So the Wildcats catch a break. Make it 23-14 after that one hit into the net. Back to serve, Kayla Larson. Larson into the net. That'll make it set point for the Vikings. North Branch needs just one, while the Wildcats need to go on a 10-0 run to erase set point. Savannah Schrofer. A lot of confusion as to what's supposed to be going on. We've got to figure it out. Savannah Schrofer will serve. Here's the serve from Schrofer, dug up there on the near side by Friedner. They'll get it back to Friedner, and Friedner absolutely drills that one. Kate Friedner with her second of the evening to make it 24-15. Now again, Wildcats need a run, and a long run. It's going to be 9 now. They need to go on a 9-0 run to erase set point. And is Eliana Taylor to serve. It's up and it's over. Dug up by Giese right towards the front of the net. Cave was there, but pushing it across. Taylor is there for the dig. Mayer sets, and Mariah Cave will look for the kill, and what a kill by Cave. Mariah Cave is having quite the first set for the Wildcats, man. And she had to do that one at a little bit of a different angle. It wasn't truly squared up. She had to get that one and really snap the wrist to get that one down. Taylor now with the serve. It's going to go long, and, man, you don't want a set to end that way. That is tough. But set one belongs to the North Branch Vikings, 25-16. And we'll take commercial break. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on the Hones Auto Body and Glass Set Break, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Over 44 years of experience.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals. Tuesday the 21st in Mora at 11:30 or 6. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately? It's because I no longer pay for hot water. What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water? Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water. Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace? Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP, you see the little dash under the Vikings name. That signifies the set victory. They lead 1-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in the Hones Auto Body and Glass set break. Both teams just about ready to get back out onto the court. Mariah Cave, a big first set there for Chisago Lakes. 5 kills in that first set. Also had a big first set, did Savannah Schrofer. 6 kills in that first set, according to my stats, but take that with a grain of salt. I'm not an official stat keeper, so again, take that with a grain of salt on the stat line. Had an ace for Chisago Lakes, and what? Looks like 2 for North Branch. Everyone is in that should be, and we are set to go here in the second. Brooke Giese will serve to start set number 2 for the North Branch Vikings, who wear their black jerseys, the white letters and numbers, the numbers outlined in red, the 3 stripes on the side of the sleeve, 2 red, 1 white. This serve is going to go long and will be Chisago Lakes' point. Meanwhile, the Vikings libero will wear the white jersey, black letters and numbers outlined in red. The Wildcats wear their white jerseys, the green stripes on the sleeve and the side of the jersey, green letters and numbers. And here's the serve. Dug up by Giese on the dive, and Hedberg will hit it over. Anderson is there, and Carlson looks for the kill. On that far sideline, Carlson with the kill. Linnea Carlson with her second. The libero for the Wildcats wearing that green jersey, the white letters and numbers outlined in gold. Meanwhile, the white jersey with the green numbers also outlined in gold for the Wildcats. Friedner with the serve. Giese another diving dig. Oh, and Jake Knoxville just was not aware of where that one was. And I think that's going to be an ace, would it not? I think it would be. So an ace there for Kate Friedner. And another serve, and then, not quite an ace. Kayla Larson will get it after the dig. It is pushed back over the net by the Vikings, and now the Wildcats have it back. Kayla Larson will look for the kill. But it's dug up by Schrofer on the back line. Would have been out. Hedberg now looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Cave. Mariah Cave. Wow, what a game already for her, and we're only starting the second set. She is having quite a game for the Wildcats. It has been impressive, to say the least. Friedner with the serve. Takes some off it again. Another one. An ace for Friedner. And I would guess we'll see the Wildcats get one more point before a Viking timeout. But we'll see. Friedner will serve again. Almost right towards Giese again at the net. And completely missed by Cave. Cave had a chance at a block, and I don't know if she thought she maybe had her teammate right next to her who was going to help with the block there, but Cave missed on it, and Larson was there, but I think there was a little bit of miscommunication. I don't know if Larson also seen it as great as Cave did. Cave is a little bit taller in the height department, standing at 6'1", while Larson is still pretty tall herself at 5'10". I mean, they're both taller than me, so I can't say nothing. Meanwhile, the serve is over here by North Branch. Hit back over by Chisago Lakes, and Hedberg will look for the kill. Blocked again by Cave. Giese sets it up here on the near side for Amelia Lattimore. Dug up by Carlson, Osmondson, and Larson off the block. Giese with the dig and hitting it over. What a nice, again, smart play by Jenna Minke to get the point back, and that makes it 5-2. Very heads-up play there by Jenna Minke. Again, realizing, hey, no one's in the middle, so I'm just going to knock it over on this set. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Meyer is there to serve. Anderson with the dig for the Wildcats. Cave will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. Cave gets the dig, and it will go out of bounds. Cave did a really good job to get the rebound off the block, but just couldn't keep it in play, unfortunately. And Jocelyn Meyer will serve. It's over on that far sideline. Friedner with the dig, setting it up for Carlson. Through the block, gets the kill. Linnea Carlson, her third of the evening. And Anderson will go back to serve. Checks in is Eliana Taylor. And here's the serve. On the back line, Giese with the dig, setting it up for Amelia Lattimore, but Friedner is there. Set by Osmondson. Larson taps it over. Jocelyn Meyer there, and looking for the kill. Through the block goes Hedberg, yes. Took a second, but yes, they confirmed that it was a Hedberg kill through the block, 6-4. Heidi Hedberg will serve now for the Vikings. It is a serve right to the back line. Friedner there. Osmondson sets for Larson. Larson with the bump across, and it gets down. A Larson kill. Kayla Larson with the kill. Makes it her third. Checking in for Carlson is Morgan Mayer. And checking in for Osmondson is Nora Weger. Mayer will serve for the Wildcats. It is up and dug up by Giese. Minke sets on that far side. Schrofer dug up by Anderson. Mayer sets, and Larson will hit it to the back line, and it is in. Another Larson kill. Larson has a pretty powerful swing, but one of the things that I think she does really well, and maybe the best, is she really does a good job with placement and giving that ball a little bit of a different rotation, so the other team has to really second guess if it's going to go long or stay in. Meanwhile, Amelia Lattimore comes back with a kill to make it 8-5. And seeing as how this was an 4-0 start for Chisago Lakes, for the Wildcats to be here, or the Vikings to be here 8-5 is pretty impressive. Amelia Lattimore to serve. It's over, dug up by Friedner. Not the cleanest of digs, but her teammate Larson there to push back, and Friedner gets it over. Dug up by Hedberg and looking for the kill, but blocked at the net by Larson. And the Vikings will have it back. Schrofer looking for a kill, dug up by Anderson. Pushing it to the near side. Kayla Larson. Would have been long, but Lattimore went aggressive and got it. Now Schrofer looks for the kill. Dug up by Friedner at the net. It's blocked down. And I think that, again, was Savannah Schrofer. And I believe it was. Make it 8-6. Like I said before, this is a packed gym here tonight. Amelia Lattimore will serve. It's over, dug up by Friedner. Mayer to Larson, to the back line. Hedberg diving set there, and Schroeder trying to keep it from the scorer's table. Did all she could, but that left-handed hit will push it out of bounds, and it will be a point for the Wildcats, 9-6. Kayla Larson to serve. And, it just does get to the net and over, and Minky with the set pushes it under. That'll make it 10-6. A little bit of help from the net never hurt. And it'll be an ace for Kayla Larson. 10-6 serve. Dug up there by Hedberg. A little bit of confusion between the two teammates as to who was going to get it, but they wind up getting it over now. Larson with the dig. And Friedner will look to send this one home. It just does get a piece of that back line for the kill for Kate Friedner. Larson to serve, and it's over. Dug up by Hedberg, looking for the kill. Through a block, a diving dig from Anderson. On this near side, Friedner will just have to push it over. They'll set it up on that far side for Schroeder. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Minky. Giese set for Schroeder, and off a block, diving dig, and it'll be a kill for, again, Savannah Schroeder. My goodness, she is on fire tonight with the kills. Let's count them up. What is that? 8 now? Goodness. Jenna Minky back to serve for the Vikings. It's over. Dug up by Larson. She does the splits dang near. And Friedner looking to send this one home, but Hedberg is right there in great position. Schroeder will look for the kill. On the back line, Larson, and another kill for Savannah Schroeder already nearing double digits with the kills. 11-8 now the score. Minky to serve. Dug up by Larson. Mayer will set and now hitting it over Friedner. Dug up by Hedberg to the front of the net. Schroeder will look for the kill, and nobody there, and Schroeder now at 10. 10 kills for Schroeder, and it's 11-9. Vikings only down by 2. And again, seeing as how this was a 4-0 start for the Wildcats, impressive for the Vikings to be in the spot that they're in. Here's the serve from Minky. It's over. Dug up by Anderson. Friedner will set it forward, and Uyghur will hit it back across. Diving dig from Giese. They'll set it up on the far side for Schroeder, and again, it's almost unstoppable the way she's getting these kills. It's so impressive. I would imagine that if we see, I would guess, 1 or 2 more kills here from Chisago, or from North Branch, we'll probably see a timeout from Chisago Lakes. The serve is over, dug up by Larson. Mayer, miscommunication there. It was Mayer and Friedner. They weren't sure who was going to get it, and then Mayer came at the last second to try and get the set, but it actually works against them. So it'll be a timeout by Chisago Lakes. While they take one, we will as well, back after 30 seconds.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP, got some updates from around our area. Bram beat Ogilvie in set 1, 25-19. St. Francis beat Cambridge Isani, 25-16. And Hinckley Finlayson beat Pine City, 25-22. Appreciate Adam Hefty, along with Andy Beckstrom and Chris Gable, for keeping me updated on their games. Of course, Pine City and Hinckley playing over on 106.5 FM. Cambridge and St. Francis playing over on KBK. An ace here for Jenna Minky. Be her third. That makes it 12-11. And what a run the Vikings are on now. A 6-0 run for North Branch. Meanwhile, the serve is over. Friedner will tap it across, and somehow, some way, gets that through a block. Didn't have a lot on it, but just enough to get it through the block. And again, the North Branch Vikings just didn't get up in time for that one, so that's why. Meanwhile, Leona Taylor will serve. It's dug up by Giese to the front of the net, and they'll set it up. Tapping it down for the block was Friedner, but it's kept alive by the Vikings. Mayer, and back to Friedner. Giese is there to the front of the net. Minky And Schrofer mishit. 13-12. Savannah Schrofer with the mishit. And the Wildcats have the lead right back, 13-12. Taylor, serve is over. Giese on the back line with the dig. Setting it up for Schrofer and getting the kill. Again, anytime, if she hits it on the third hit, you can almost guarantee it's going to be a kill. Meanwhile, she'll go back to serve. And here it is over, dug up by Friedner. And here's Cave looking for the kill, dug up nicely on the back line by Schrofer, and they do get it over by Hedberg. Weegar there for the dig, Mayer. Now Cave will look to line this one up. A diving dig by Schrofer, it kept it alive, and Hedberg will look for the kill. Off the net, diving dig from Friedner. Cave keeps it alive, and Anderson will hit it back across. Dug up by Hedberg, they'll set it up, and it's going to go long on the hit from Jade Knospel. What a play by both squads. Diving digs back and forth to keep it alive. Carlson and Osmondson will check back in. Osmondson will go back to serve. Mayer and Weegar out. Here's the serve from Osmondson, dug up by Giese on the back line. They'll push it over to Hedberg. Hedberg, holy cow. What a kill from Heidi Hedberg. That was impressive. There was a frozen rope coming through there, my goodness. And now Borghese to serve. Her serve is over. Anderson is there. Osmondson and Cave with the kill. Again, Cave having a big night this evening. Making it 15-14. Speaking of, Friedner, she'll go back to serve. And Friedner's serve is up and over, dug up by Schrofer, and Amelia Lattimore pushes it over. Osmondson there for the dig. Cave sets and looking for the kill. It's Carlson, but it's dug up by Giese on that far side. Looked like she was holding her thumb a little bit. Hopefully she's okay. It could just be she thought she mishit it. Meanwhile, Friedner looks to get it through the block. Can't, and it stays on the side of the Wildcats. A block there. Couldn't quite see who got that block. It was a two over there on that far side. I think Lattimore was a part of it, as well as Hedberg. I think we'll give it to him. So 15 all here in this game, and now Jocelyn Meyer to serve. It is over. Anderson with the dig. Osmondson sets. Larson will look for the kill, but it's dug up by Meyer. And they'll set on the far side for Hedberg. Off the block, and Hedberg gets the kill. 16-15 now. North Branch with the lead. Jocelyn Meyer to serve. Anderson's there for the Wildcats on the back line. Setting it up on this near side. Larson off a block. Schofer on the back line with the dig. Minke to push it to Hedberg. Hedberg hits it over. Anderson is there. Now to Osmondson, and Cave with the kill. Cave, very similar to Schrofer. If she gets the third hit and attempt for the hit, it's usually a kill. You can almost guarantee it. In for Cave now is Eliana Taylor, and back to serve is Olivia Anderson, the libero for the Wildcats. Giese is there, libero to libero. On the far side, Hedberg looking for the kill, and just nobody there. I mean, what a smart play by Heidi Hedberg. Again, just a really heads-up play, a cross-court hit, but a really heads-up play because no one was on this near sideline for Chisago Lakes, and she said, fine, I'm just going to put it there where nobody is at. And Hedberg is going to go back to serve, her team leading by 1. And the serve, dug up by Friedner, Osmondson, and now Larson will tap it over there for the dig, and now looking for the kill. Off the block, though, kept alive by Larson. Osmondson sets, and Carlson has to readjust, hits it back over. Meyer there with the dig. Amelia Lattimore taps it across, and Amelia Lattimore with the kill. Again, didn't need a whole lot on it there, just enough, and that's what she got for the kill. Again, a lot of times you don't need to put everything you've got on it. Just need to tap it over the defense, and that's what she did there. Heidi Hedberg to serve. And it's right to the back line. Friedner there. Osmondson to Larson. And right to Hedberg. To the front of the net. They'll tap it over. Minke. Again, very smart heads-up play by Jenna Minke. And I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see a timeout here. No, head coach Lindstrom's she's gonna give them another chance. She's gonna let them play through this. I like that. I like letting them play through the adversity. Hedberg serve. Dug up by Anderson. Osmondson sets. for Larson. Oh, and just long there. Make it 20-16, and I'm guessing we'll get a timeout here by the Wildcats. We do 20-16 on that scoreboard, back after 30 seconds.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Back here on WCMP 100.9 FM, Cool Country. Vikings lead 20-16 on that Braves orthodontic scoreboard. Goodness gracious. They lead 20-16 here in set number 2. Both teams waiting to get back out onto the court. Heidi Hedberg continuing with the serve for North Branch.
Keep it going, Heidi.
And the serve. And it's going to go long. Very heads-up play there by Friedner. So serve error there from Hedberg, and it goes long, 20-17. 2 in, 2 out for the Wildcats. Morgan Mayer back in, as is Nora Weger. Out is Carlson and Osmondson. And Mayer will serve. Here's the serve. It's over. Dug up by Hedberg. Pushing it to the far side. Schrofer. It's long. So another miss hit there by the Vikings. And it's 20-18. And winning this set for Chisago Lakes is so important because you go down 2-0 against North Branch. That's not easy to come back from. Meanwhile, Amelia Lattimore will look for the kill. And Anderson got the dig, and it worked against her because she had Friedner right behind her who was ready for it. She dove at it and then had to get up and go after it, and unfortunately just missing it. Checking in for the Vikings and going back to serve is 5'8" senior Annabelle Lattimore. And here's the serve. Anderson with the dig, pushes it backwards, and then nice job by Friedner. And then Weger tries to get it over, but too tough on that one. The spin just nasty on that one. And Annabelle Lattimore will ready another serve. Here's the serve over. Anderson there for the dig. Mayer sets it for Larson. Off the block, it's going to get down. Kayla Larson with the kill. Couple subs in and out for North Branch. Giese checks back in, as does Sophia Thorson. Meanwhile, Kayla Larson to serve. Right to Giese. It's back over the net. Blocked by Taylor, but dug up by the Vikings. Schrofer will look for the kill. There's Larson on the back line, set by Mayer, and Friedner will look for the kill. Over, off the set by North Branch, and Friedner will line this one up, pushing it over, but right to Jocelyn Meyer. And now looking for the kill, and that is going to be in for Sophia Thorson. Chisago Lakes thought it was going long, as did I, but it just nosedives to stay in on this back corner. And it's 23-19, and now Jenna Minke to serve. Ace for Jenna Minke, right in front of Anderson with the attempted dig, and Wildcats need to go on a run. They need 5 in a row. Here's the serve again. This time Anderson with the cleaner dig, and it's going to be another one that gets down. 25-19 as Friedner with the late dive could not get to it in time. So set 2 belongs to the Vikings, 25-19. That'll do it for set 2. We'll take commercial break. Here we're from our fine sponsors on this Hones Auto Body and Glass set break on Cool Country WCMP.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Guy Fieri's Flavor Town is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavor Town is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavor Town at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Back on Cool Country WCMP 100.9 FM. The North Branch Vikings lead 2-0 over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Wildcats need the next 2 sets, otherwise it is over. Meanwhile, they're over in Ogilvie. Bram wins set 2 over the Lions, 25-17, so they lead 2-0 over the Lions. That's about it going on tonight. Other than our local sports, of course, we got plenty of that going on. And tune in tomorrow night, we've got local football action on your airwaves as they end the regular season for football, because next Tuesday they prepare for the playoffs. Looks like just about got everybody in where they need to be for both sides. And now it just looks like we'll wait for the Liberos to sub in. So, Geezy, the Libero for North Branch, in. Anderson, the Libero for Chisago Lakes, in. Chisago Lakes will serve to start set number 3. Again, they have to get this one to get it to a 4th, and then they need the next one to get it to a 5th. Here's Kiana Osmondson to serve. It's up, and it will just clear the net. Geezy's there for the dig. Amelia Lattimore with the kill. Amelia Lattimore with the kill to start set number 2, and in and back to serve, Jocelyn Meyer. And the serve, it's over. Dug up by Friedner. Osmondson sets. Carlson looks for the kill. That one goes into the rafters. Great awareness by North Branch to keep that one up. And now Osmondson will look for it, and Cave will try to get the kill, but it just didn't get enough on that one. And looking, it's blocked at the net by Friedner. And this one goes into the net from North Branch. One. And Friedner with the serve now for Chisago Lakes. A low dig for Minky, but she does get underneath it. And they'll look for the kill. And again, it's Amelia Lattimore. I'll try and say that right. Amelia Lattimore with the kill. 2-1. And now Heidi Hedberg back to serve for the Vikings. Here's the serve. Dug up there by Friedner. Osmondson. Cave through the block. Mariah Cave again having a night. And Olivia Anderson back to serve. Cave out. Eliana Taylor in for the Wildcats. Olivia Anderson serve is over. Geezy again there for the low dig. Now Schrofer looking for the kill, but it goes into the net. And the Wildcats lead 3-2. Haven't held too many leads. They led 4-0 until about the midpoint of last set, and then it was all North Branch That's what it felt like anyway. Schrofer with an attempted kill on that far side, but it goes long. That makes it 4-2. You know, give North Branch credit. I said it in that set, but I'll say it again because it's worth mentioning that the Vikings did a really good job coming back from 4-0, and it took a while, but they eventually were able to get the lead and never look back in that last set. Meanwhile, Giese backs up. She gets the dig here, and it's over, and the Wildcats on 2 dives get it over on the 3rd hit, and now this one not going to. I didn't quite see who got that one. I'm right in front, right in line with the net here, so I don't have a perfect view of everything. Meanwhile, Amelia Lattimore will serve. Her serve is over, dug up by Friedner. Osmondson sets, and Larson hits it back over. Dug up there by Hedberg. They'll push it over for Schrofer. Blocked at the net. Minke's there for the dig, and they'll set it up again for Schrofer. That hits the... Yeah, it's going to be 4. A late whip. Whoa. Yeah, okay. They pointed the wrong way. 5-3 as the Wildcats get that one. That hit the net. It did not go over. It was not blocked. I thought it even hit the antenna, but it did not. Now the serve is over here by Morgan Mayer, dug up by the Vikings. Blocked at the net, kept alive, and there was Larson, but Uyghur and Morgan Mayer just couldn't decide between the two of them who was supposed to get that 3rd hit and push it across. At that point, I don't think it matters. One of them just has to get it and push it back over to kind of reset themselves. So it's going to be a point for North Branch. Minke will serve. It's over and dug up by Anderson. To Mayer. Larson, mistimed that one, and that's into the net to tie us up at 5 apiece. I just mistimed it there and hit it into the net, and now Minke readying another serve. It's over, dug up by Friedner. There's Mayer. Uyghur looks for the kill, but Giese there for the set, and hit back over. It's going to be another kill for Schrofer. My goodness. Having quite a night is Savannah Schrofer. Minke another serve. This one, another low dig for Larson, and then the dig after the block by Mayer pushes that one out. And it's another North Branch point. 7-5, North Branch with the lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here in Chisago Lakes. And the serve took something off that one, but Larson's ready for it. Mayer sets to Uyghur, and Uyghur over to Schrofer, but she gets the dig. They'll put it back and set it to her again. It's dug up by Friedner. Larson, no, excuse me, that's Anderson who got the set, a diving attempt at it, but it's going to get down. Another Schrofer point. And Minke back to serve. It's over. It's Friedner with the dig. Mayer sets for Larson, and Larson to tap it over. But too much on that one as Minke's there. Schrofer, that's going to be a tough angle. Larson, Friedner, and Taylor just does get it over. Great effort there. They'll set it up now for Lattimore, and Larson gets this one back over on the hit for Chisago Lakes. They'll set it up now for Knoxville, but it's dug up by the Wildcats, and now Larson hits it over. There's Minke. They'll set it up for Schrofer once again. Olivia Anderson there. Mayer just does get it over. Nice job by her. And they still have a chance to get it over to the Vikings. They do. There's Friedner. Mayer sets it up for Larson. She mishit that one, and it gets down for a point. So even though she mishit it, it's still a point for Larson. And now Kayla Larson to serve for the Wildcats. And tried to take something off that one, but too much taken off as that serve goes into the net. So now 9-6 is our score. Savannah Schrofer will serve. And it's up and over. Dug up there by Anderson. And Taylor will look for the kill. Nice job there by Eliana Taylor. Her first kill of the evening. Makes it 9-7. Again, North Branch looking to make it a clean sweep while the Wildcats looking to win this set and push it at least to a 4th. Eliana Taylor will serve. A line drive serve dug up by Schrofer on the back line. Giese sets it to the front for Hedberg. I don't know if it was blocked at the net. It was by the Wildcats, and it stays on their side. Giese, the serve is over. Friedner is there for the dig, and now Cave looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. Friedner kept it alive, and now Cave punches it over. What a great job there by the Wildcats. Pushed over, and really good awareness there by, I didn't quite see who that was, but is it Knoxville, Lattimore? I think it was Lattimore. Again, just really aware of nobody there right in the middle, and decides to push it over. Giese serve into the net, makes it 11-8. In for Uyghur is Osmondson, and then in for Mayer is Carlson. Osmondson to serve. It's over. Oh, Schrofer just does get underneath that one. And Lattimore looks for the kill, but blocked by Cave. Make it 11-9. Here's the serve. Giese with the dig. They'll set it up for Schrofer. No, excuse me, that's Hedberg. Osmondson back over on the hit and nearing out of bounds, but the Vikings keep it alive. Minke will hit it across, and now Cave will look for the kill. It's kept alive. Giese can't quite get it, and that makes it 11-10. Cave again there to help get the point after the hit. 11-10. And the Osmondson serve. Dug up by Giese. They'll set up on this near side for Knoxville. Blocked at the net, and it's going to get down. Cave again. Cave and Friedner were there, combining for the block, and it'll tie us at 11 apiece. Osmondson with the serve. Giese digs. Minke sets for Hedberg on the far side, blocked. Friedner set, or digs, excuse me, set. And now Friedner looking for the kill. And kept alive by the Vikings, but not for long. And Friedner gets another one. And the Osmondson serve. Dug up by Schrofer. And they'll set it now for Hedberg, and she can't quite deliver. Tries the cross-court hit, but a little bit too much on that one. And with that, we'll now get a timeout here by North Branch, and while they take one, we will as well, back after word from our fine sponsors on Cool Country WCMP.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of a dollar, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Cool Country WCMP 100.9 FM. Wildcats lead here in the third, 13-11. It's been a back and forth set between these two teams. You can really tell neither side wants to lose this match. And again, I mentioned pregame how important it was, but just in case you missed, both these teams get a victory here tonight, more than likely jump the second place team for the number 2 seed in the playoffs. That's how big this game is for both these teams. Not only that, pride and a better conference record. So serve is over here, dug up by Hedberg, and they'll set it up for Lattimore. Osmondson with the dig for Chisago Lakes. Set it up on this near side for Friedner. Through a block, dug up by Schrofer on the back line. To Minke now, Hedberg looking for the kill. Dug up by Larson. Osmondson puts it back in play, and Anderson hits it back over. Dug up by Giese, and they'll once again set it up for Lattimore off a block. Dug up by Larson. That'll definitely help. Osmondson to Friedner, and it's down. Okay, Friedner with another kill. That was, again, there are a couple players out on this court you can't allow to let them square one up. She is one of them. We've got a couple on both sides, actually. The serve from Osmondson, dug up by Giese. A little bit behind the 8 ball, but Hedberg will look to get it over. Off a block, Anderson's there for the dig. And now Cave will look for the kill. And that one is going to go long on the hit from Cave. Jocelyn Meyer in and will serve for North Branch. It's over, dug up there by Friedner. Cave taps it over. Menke there, great job by her getting into position, and she'll hit it across. Blocked at the net. Cave is there for the dig, and Osmondson sets. Friedner looks for the kill. It's off the net and still dug up by North Branch. Great awareness. They'll back over. Larson there, setting it up for Cave. Off the block, kept alive, and Larson's going to get it back over. Great block, but a really good attempt there. Now Lattimore just getting it in front of the diving Anderson. And Amelia Lattimore with the kill. Jocelyn Meyer with the serve. Done up by Anderson. Osmondson, now to Friedner. Through the block, gets the kill. 15-13. Friedner is back to serve for Chisago Lakes. And took some off that serve, but Schrofer is there, right at the net, and they'll tap it over. Anderson, nice dig, set by Friedner. Larson will get it back across. Giese to Menke, and Hedberg there. It's blocked at the net, and it goes out of bounds by Carlson and Cave. Make it 15-14. Good block, just couldn't redirect where they would like it to have. And now Heidi Hedberg to serve. And this one's over. Dug up by Anderson. Osmondson for Cave. And again, what a... What? Oh. They say it was out, and Cave on the far side kind of just looking like, well, all right then, I guess. Huh, that's an interesting call. Meanwhile, the serve is over, dug up by the Wildcats, pushed back across. Vikings have it again. They look for the kill from Schrofer, and she'll get it, make it 16-15. Yeah, I don't know about that last call. I think that was in. But the Wildcats moved on so swiftly that they almost agreed. I don't want to say agreed that it was out, but kind of just accepted it, so maybe it was out. Dug up here by the Wildcats, and Carlson will hit it back over for the kill. Her 4th of the evening to tie us up at 16 apiece. It was close if it wasn't out. Or if it was out, excuse me. It'll be Anderson to serve now for the Wildcats. It's over and dug up there by Hedberg on the far side. Schrofer. That's who you don't want to see have a chance at the ball. Larson sets this one, and Friedner hits this one back over to Schrofer. Menke sets it for Schrofer again off a block, and there's Friedner on the back line. Osmondson sets for Carlson, but there is Hedberg. They'll again set it for Schrofer, and right in front of Friedner. Almost no chance at it for Friedner. Make it 17-16. Amelia Lattimore will serve for the Vikings. 17-16 our score. And here's the serve. Larson digs. Osmondson sets for Larson, and that is just long. 18-16 now the score. I think Coach Lindstrom was maybe asking her team, hey, did she touch it by chance? But not the case. Here's the serve again from Lattimore. Dug up by Friedner. Osmondson sets for Carlson. Had to readjust there, but, man, good spot for that one. Just hit it long. Really good spot for that one from Carlson, but just a little too much oomph on that one. And now Lattimore will serve again. Her team leading 19-16. They need 6 to finish off this set and get out of here with the clean sweep. There's the serve. They'll go right back to Friedner on the back line. Osmondson sets, and now Larson has a chance at it. But Hedberg is there for the dig. Schrofer, they want her to have a chance at it, but it's blocked at the net by Carlson. That's a big-time block from Carlson. They definitely, almost desperately needed that. Not quite to the desperation mark, but they really needed that one from Carlson. Morgan Mayer, as well as Nora Weger in Brosmanson and Carlson. Mayer to serve. Schrofer there. They want it to Schrofer. She is going to get the kill. Well, if there's one person you do not want to see have a chance with a hit in this third set if you're Chisago Lakes, it is her. Savannah Schrofer is doing it all kill-wise for the Vikings. Jenna Minke to serve. Her team leading now 20-17. This serve just going to get over. Larson with the dig, and now looking for the kill that time. Got a dig, did Taylor, but unfortunately that one will wind up falling eventually after the Wildcats just couldn't catch up to it. Timeout here by Chisago Lakes. Will take 30 seconds and be back.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Back here on 100.9 FM Cool Country WCMP. Vikings lead on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard 21-17 over the Wildcats. If the Vikings win it, they'll get the clean 3-0 sweep. If not, North Branch or if Chisago can come back and win it, they'll be head to a fourth. Meanwhile, Bram gets a clean sweep over Ogilvie as they win the third set 25-18. Pine City wins set 2 over Hinckley, 25-21, and St. Francis wins set 2 over Cambridge, 25-11. Meanwhile, the serve is over by North Branch. It's dug up, hit back over, and Schrofer, you guessed it, another kill. Savannah Schrofer, my goodness, having a night. 22-17, the Wildcats need a point back. Now we're getting into the desperate mode where they need one. They need it any way they can get it, and then they need to go on a run. Olivia Anderson will get it over after the awkward dig. Amelia Lattimore with the kill attempt, but it's dug up nicely on the dive by Morgan Mayer, and oh no. Friedner mishit that one into the net, and that makes it 23-17. Friedner looked like she was second-guessing as where she wanted to go with that one, and I think it kind of unfortunately forced her to mishit it. Now, a couple of different players going after it. The North Branch Vikings still aware of where it's going, and Hedberg hits it into the net. Great job by North Branch. There was about 3 different players who jumped up going for the hit there for Chisago Lakes, and they did a really good job of just staying aware, keeping track of the ball and where it's at, and then getting the dig on it, unfortunately hitting into the net. Now, Kayla Larson to serve. Dug up on the back line, Hedberg. Minke sets for Schrofer. Who else? But Anderson is there. A nice dig. They'll set it back now for Friedner. Off the mark, and it's dug up by Hedberg. When I mean off the mark, they're kind of at an awkward angle for the hits. Now Friedner has a chance to line one up, but blocked at the net. That will certainly help Giese keep it alive. And now Knospel looking for the kill, but it is in. And Jade Knospel makes it set point, or match point, rather. Jade Knospel makes it match point. And the Wildcats need to keep their heads about them. They're still in this. Yes, they need 6 in a row, but they can certainly do it. In and a serve, Victoria Thurmer trying to finish it off. Anderson there to Mayer, setting it for Friedner, and it gets down. Friedner with the kill. Now 5 more. Wildcats need 5 more as Taylor will go back to serve. Cave checks into the game for the Wildcats. Again, regular season finale for both of these squads as they set up for playoffs next week. Serve is over, dug up by Giese. You bet they're going to line it up for Schrofer. Blocked at the net by Cave, kept alive by North Branch, and Hedberg will hit it over. Dug up by Mayer. Cave sets it up for Uyghur. Uyghur is blocked at the net, kept alive by Mayer. Taylor, and now Larson will hit it back over. Giese's there, setting it up for Lattimore, who hits it into the net. 4 more. Taylor to serve. It's over, dug up by Giese. And they'll line it up on this near side for Knospel. Blocked at the net. That is Kate Friedner with the block. Cave was there near her as well. So 24-21. Liana Taylor will serve again. 3 more. Schrofer there, trying to get it over, and they do, but it goes out of bounds. Well, they get it over, but hit it out of bounds on that far sideline, 24-22. Wildcats need 2 more. Taylor to serve again. Oh, and what that is unfortunately one of the toughest ways to end a game. Is it going into the net or it going long on a serve? But that's going to do it. The final here in this one, the Vikings, the clean sweep over Chisago Lakes 3-0. We'll be back to recap this one after a word from our fine sponsors. We'll also have our Pine Insurance Player of the Game after a word from our fine sponsors.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals. Monday, October 20th at 6 p.m. in Isle. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP, just awaiting our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. Hopefully we can get one again. It gets busy after games, so even if they don't remember, I still appreciate them trying because it gets super busy. And again, the regular season finale for both these squads, so don't be surprised if there's a lot going on emotionally, physically, just mentally. There's a lot going on as this a regular season finale. So, wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple of our Pine Insurance players in the game. But again, I would still appreciate it even if we didn't, because they try to get their players over here. So I appreciate them and the effort they do to try and get over here to do these interviews. Looks like we could get our Pine Insurance player of the game over here shortly. So I tell you what, we're going to take a little bit more of a commercial break, and then when we come back, we should have our Pine Insurance player of the game. Even if we don't, again, appreciate them for trying. But we'll take another commercial break, and then we'll be back here on WCMP for our Pine Insurance player of the game interview.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Power of attorney, wills, healthcare, funeral and cremation directives, and other issues seem overwhelming. Plan for those ahead of time. Join Methven Funeral and Cremation Services for a free seminar for area residents called Food and Funerals, Wednesday the 23rd in Sandstone. Learn from a panel of local experts and realize that most things are fairly simple and affordable if taken care of ahead of time. Food and Funerals, a free event. Reserve your spot today. 320-679-1822.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another man's treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another man's treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Back here on Cool Country 100.9 FM, WCMP, I'm now joined by one of our Pine Insurance players of the game. That is Savannah Schrepfer. First of all, thanks so much for joining me, and congrats on the win here tonight.
Thank you.
And this was a big game for you guys. This had a lot of implications, but you guys were able to get another conference win. What is it like to come out here on the road and get a conference win?
It feels like very relieving, and like all the hard work's just paying off.
You guys had a really good conference year this year, a really good record, and now you guys will prepare for playoffs next week. How do you feel this game kind of prepared you for that?
I feel like it just got me more confidence, and like our team's like bonding more, and we're more prepared now.
And your team, a little bit young, you still have some of these seniors, but a lot of younger players getting some minutes here this season. What has it been like to see this team grow from the beginning of the season now to the end of the regular season?
I think that we've all just like came together more and worked together, and that got us to be better.
And you were one of the big players here tonight for your team. Got a bunch of kills early on. You're a big, powerful swing. What is it like for you to be able to be out there and help your team so early on in this one, especially with a lot that was on the line?
It feels like good, and that's like, I don't know. I'm just grateful that they all are like cheering and stuff, and it makes me happy to know that I'm helping the team.
For sure, and like I mentioned, you've got that big, powerful swing. How long did that take for you to develop, or is that something that just kind of came naturally to you?
This summer I trained a lot, and that like helped it, and then I also just exercised my arm a lot.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on being our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this short break. back here on WCMP 100.9 FM. Savannah Schrepfer. Appreciate her for telling me how this was, and we'll get our next Pine Insurance Player of the Game. Here, I'll have you hold on to that. Our Pine Insurance Player of the Game for Chisago Lakes is Mariah Cave. First of all, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, for sure.
This game didn't go the way you guys would have liked it to, but a really good opportunity to play against a really good team. What was it like to be out there at least one more time on your home court and in front of these home fans?
It's always a great opportunity. I love it. The energy here is just so exciting, and I love all my teammates so much. So I just feel so blessed to be here.
Absolutely, and a big night for you. You had a ton of kills out there early on. What was it like for you to be able to help your team out early on and continue that throughout the game?
It was good. I felt like it was a energy booster for my team, especially when we were down in the slumps. I felt like I was able to bring the energy up, so that was exciting.
Absolutely, and you are one of the seniors on this squad. What has it been like to be a part of this senior group?
It's been amazing. We're all really close, and again, love them all so much. And we've all been playing for a really long time, so I feel like we have such a good leadership for the team.
That's so great. And now you guys will prepare for playoffs next week. But what is it like to be able to play against North Branch, who is a really top-tier playoff team?
It was a really good opportunity to know what we need to work on for sections coming up. Yeah, it was a really good team to play against. I think going into sections, although it wasn't the outcome we wanted, I'm still excited for what's to come.
Absolutely, and again, this team has grown since last year, but what has it been like to see the growth of this team just from the beginning of the season now to the end of the regular season?
It's been crazy, actually, watching us play from the beginning to now. It's we're really unrecognizable, especially from last year. So, it's just been great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Sure. Is there anything else that you wanted to add here before we let you go?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
You.
Congrats on being our Pine Insurance Player Game, and good luck next week.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle. Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP, I want to say a huge thank you and shout out to both of our Pine Insurance Players of the Game, North Branch's Savannah Schrepfer and Chisago Lakes' Mariah Cave. I appreciate both of them taking time after the game to come over and do an interview with me. It is greatly appreciated. Again, they don't have to, especially after the regular season finale. There's a lot to think about. They've got, last day of school for the week tomorrow, so there's a lot that goes in it. Plus, they got to prepare for the playoffs, so there's a lot going into tonight and a lot to think about, but I appreciate both of them for coming over and doing an interview with me. Again, it makes the broadcast sound that much better. That way you're not just listening to my voice the whole time, so I appreciate both of them for coming on over and doing that interview with me. But again, Mariah Cave had a big night here for Chisago Lakes, and she mentioned it. She felt like, those kills early on kind of helped her kind of give her team a boost and kind of lift them up. And you can really tell that energy, the team started to kind of feed off that. And that's, I feel like, what a few times where they were able to make a couple comebacks. They were able to get back into this one. And it wasn't just her, it was her, but it kind of fed her teammates, and then her teammates were building off of that. So it was really nice to see her kind of get into this one. I looked at it the last time I was here against Big Lake when they played them, and I kind of said to myself, man, I wonder if she can't have a bigger impact, and she did here tonight. And this entire senior group has made a huge impact, and you heard Mariah Cave say it. She said, we're unrecognizable from the beginning of the season in a good way, and she's so proud of her team. And you heard her say it a couple of times. She just loves her teammates, and She was smiling the whole time during the interview, which you couldn't see, but she was smiling the whole time during the interview, and her smile is infectious, and I can tell why. She provides energy to her team, even just from being a really good teammate. So, and again, Savannah Schrepfer, what a night for her, man, oh man. It started early on with her being able to get some big kills for North Branch, and then she just kind of built off that and continued to build off of it and help her team grow their lead, and eventually they were able to grow it enough to where they didn't really have to look back, and they won all 3 sets, winning this one 3-0 over Chisago Lakes. It got close here in this third one where the Wildcats went on a nice run at the end here, got it within a couple, but North Branch was able to finish it off with just that one. It was the long serve there from Taylor that ended this one. And like I said, it's always tough to end a game like that, whether a serve goes into the net or long. I feel like that's one of the toughest ways to end a game, especially if you're the team that it goes against. So, but again, the Wildcats fought back hard, but North Branch comes away with the win here tonight, 3-0. So again, that lines us up for playoffs beginning next Wednesday. It begins next Wednesday for both of these squads. Section 4-3A for Chisago Lakes. They will more than likely have a home seed. They'll get the 3 seed and have a home game against, I would assume, the 6th seed, which again would be St. Anthony Village. If that's the case, they have already beat St. Anthony Village, so again, they hope to do that again. For North Branch, this win could catapult them to the number 2 seed over Grand Rapids. We'll have to wait and see. They're yet to be determined on the seeding method. Taking a look at the rest of their class, actually, the entire class of 3A seeding is TBD. Looks like 8-3A is October 17th, so around that time, for anywhere from tomorrow to Sunday, they'll get seeded. We'll have to wait and see what North Branch is going to be. Will they be the 3, or will they get enough from tonight's win to jump into that number 2 spot over Grand Rapids? Time will only tell. We have to wait and see, but you can stay tuned to WCMP to know more. We'll have posts on our Facebook, our website, and on the morning show to let you know where they'll be. Speaking of that, if you want more local sports, be sure to tune in to the morning show on 100.9 FM right here with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. We'll talk this game and all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and maybe a tad bit of national sports as well. Also, you can stay tuned to our website. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the games that we have coming up for that week of play that we'll be broadcasting. And that is subject to change, but for the most part, that will be where we will be at during that week of play. Also on our website, WCMPradio.com, you can find players and coaches interviews, plus articles that we've written from games that we've been at. So if you missed the game completely and you can't find it for some reason on YouTube, be sure to go to our website. Click on that article, and articles will also be posted on our Facebook, but go to our website, click on the article to read kind of what our take was from that game. Also, stay tuned to our social medias, our Facebook and Instagram at WCMP Radio, and our X or Twitter at Q Media Sports. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to stay up to date. Be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way, every time we go live with a local sporting event, you'll be notified, and all you have to do is click that notification, and it will take you right to the live video or audio. Again, stay tuned to our websites and our morning shows and our social medias these upcoming days, as we will be posting where our local volleyball and football teams will be playing at, who they'll be playing at what time and where we will be as well. So stay tuned for that. Again, the Vikings get the victory here over Chisago Lakes, 3-0. Again, I want to thank our fine sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do here throughout the season. It is greatly appreciated. Also, a huge shout out to all of you, our local listeners or loyal listeners, for tuning in. If it's not for you and our sponsors, well, I don't get to be out here, so I appreciate all of you. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can really make and change someone's day for the so much better. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.